музыкальной театральной студии ТеаМуз, государственного учреждения образования гимназии номер 6 города Молодечно, руководитель Ксения Михайловна Нисак. Ребята приглашают вас посмотреть мюзикл «Кот в сапогах».
Once upon a time, there lived a poor miller. The years went by, and the miller died, leaving his 3 sons nothing but his mill, his donkey, and his cat. And that's all. The eldest son took the mill, the second-born son took the donkey, and the youngest son inherited the cat. He was greatly disappointed with his patron. My brothers, thought he, if it can be together, and time accompanied by my pet, must look up for some will I get? Will he get? Will I get? Will he get? While he was thinking loud, the cat climbed on the furnace, heard this, and said, meow, 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 meow. Oh, master, don't be sad. Meow, meow, give me a sack, a pair of boots, and I will meow, 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 under the bushes by myself. Then you'll see that your bench is not as bad as you may seem. Meow. The master wasn't easily persuaded by the cat, but he used to watch how ultimately the cat was fighting with mice and rats. He gave the sack a cat and clothed him in boots. The cat carried the sack on his back and set off for hunting. He knew the hiding place of rabbits very well. I put some dust into my sack and put it on the ground. I sprout pretending to be dead and waited patiently for my prey. There are lots of unexperienced and innocent rabbits. No sooner had I made an ambush, I saw a foolish, restless, long-eared visitor. He came up to the sack, sniffed at the bait, and got into my trap. the autumn leaf, the cat tied up the sack and headed for the king. The king ordered to take the cat into his parlor. He entered and bolted waist, set drooping his snout to the ground. Great Sylvie, I brought you rabbit from my lord, Marquis of Carabas. He decided to call his master this way. He has the honor to express deep reverence to Your Majesty and asks to accept his favor. Tell them Marquis, the king answered, that frankly speaking I am really pleased, and my faith I pray to the king, for the rabbit, the present for the king. Having bowed out, the cat went home. While he was going through the palace, everybody stand up in front of him, shaking his paw with smiles. So, our cat had bring rabbits to the king for about 3 or 4 weeks on behalf of Marquis of Carabas. He was found the king was going for a stroll in the field together with his daughter.
His daughter was a real beauty, and there were no a woman like her in the whole wide world.
And they will go along the riverbank. Puss in Boots came to his master hurriedly and said, to follow my advice, you will like him and be extremely rich. The only thing you need is swimming in the river. I know for sure what will happen next. I know for sure what will happen next. You have to be in the river and enjoy the water and put your gloomy thoughts away. And put your gloomy thoughts away. And put your gloomy thoughts away.
Accepting this advice wasn't hard at all for Carabas.
The day was hot and he went to the river with a great pleasure. Got the water so that it covered his neck and stayed there. At the very moment the king was approaching. Suddenly, Puss in Boots cried, "Robbery! Robbery! Help! Help!" "What happened?" said the king. "The Marquis of Carabas was thrown into the river. He is drowning." Having heard the command, all king's men rushed to the river to rescue the Marquis. And Puss in Boots whispered to the king, "Oh dear Majesty, I had to let you know. The poor Marquis is utterly undressed. While the robber, they stole all his clothes. No doubt the guy who stole them, it was me. No doubt the guy who stole them, it was him." The king ordered his minister to take off his coat and give it to the Marquis. At the very moment the minister undressed, the Marquis put on his coat, and Puss in Boots introduced himself to the king. Marquis of Carabas.
Your Majesty, my king, let me tell something you. I've never dreamt, I swear, of meeting you, it's true. To tell the truth, I am shocked and embarrassed, really. To be with you right now, though it sounds really silly. Well, thank you very much, that's what I want to say. Embarrassment keeps me shivering and praying. Princess, your daughter here is pretty as a rose. Your body is pretty face, as well as your snub nose. am alas, alas, not handsome, I'm afraid. Devoted I'm to you. I am a loyal mate. I am a loyal mate. I am a loyal mate.
And the king invited him to his residence. As he was handsome, no wonder that king's daughter liked him. And the king asked him to join him to his carriage. And now a wicked cat ran away as quickly as he could. But suddenly he saw the mouse in a wide meadow.
Going past, you have to play a part. The meadow belongs to Carabas. The task is essential, so he who forget it all. Live, I swear, no longer than an hour.
The king arrived and still appreciated the job and asked the first who keep the task.
My dear, tell me please the truth and never tease. Whose meadow are you walking here?
Your honor, our warlords, nothing can be us.
The owner is Marquis of Carabas.
The king is slaves. Ah, the king is slaves. Oh,
Such great Marquis your meadows are.
Marquis, he says. Marquis, he says. The thing's wild and dead.
Yes, the cats and rats on rocks, and then he saw them out. The rivers were winding their ships. The cats he startled them, they were deep from them, and were standing with their trembling knees.
The king arrives at them and wishes them good luck. He saw the thing surprised with the harvest.
What a field, it's so marvelous indeed. Who possesses this nice region?
For here says,
Do not punish, don't command. Everything belongs to Carabas. Do not punish our king. Do not castigate, please us. Even road belongs to Carabas.
the king exclaimed.
What a surprise!
The princess said.
Extremely nice.
The marquis answered.
No, it's up to level.
And after they continue their travel. And after they continue their travel. And after they continue their travel.
At last, the cat ran into a magnificent castle. In that castle, a withered man-eater lived.
I like dinner, lunch and just the meals. Everything age and even toys. Tasty eggs, little girls and boys. Welcome to my small house. And that would be excellent, would be pretty nice.
The cat understood that it was his chance. He came bravely into the castle and said that he wanted to see His Majesty. On welcoming, the man-eater asked,
What the aim of you seeing me?
Venerable man-eater, I hear from numerous people that you can turn into anybody if you only wish. I want to see it with my own eyes if you give it such a gift.
Okay, now you'll see.
And at the very moment, he turned into an awful tiger, with a thick, shaky man and showing sharp teeth.
It made me afraid to death.
And after, the ogre broke out into laughter. Took his proper shape, asking the cat to come up to him.
Come on.
However, I'm wondering as well, if you could turn into a small animal. Let's take, for instance, a very little mouse.
I can.
Said the ogre grinning.
It's simplicity itself.
At the very moment, he turned a very little mouse.
It was what I expected. I got it in one big bite.
At the very moment, the king was coming to the castle.
Would you like, Your Majesty, to put up for a while at the castle of Marquis of Carabas?
Good heavens, said the king. My dear Marquis, is it in your possession too? I must confess, impressive it is such an honor for me to visit it.
At the very moment, the carriage was driving to the porch. The king stepped down from the carriage. The princess was accompanied by the marquis, and they all went upstairs and entered to the castle. Thick and splendid dinner table, the king asked the marquis to take it between him and his daughter, and the feast began.